straight to Alexis Summers, who is also taking your calls. Alexis, during the trial, did you ever meet your father's eyes? Did you ever lock gazes?
I think he tried hard to avoid my gaze, but I did look at him numerous times, but we did not lock eyes.
So he would never look at you?
No, he wouldn't. I wanted him to, but he didn't.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did, because you knew that you were right, and he could not even look at you. You know, I noticed at the beginning of the trial, the female lawyer on his defense team, who's a fairly good, she's a pretty good lawyer. I noticed that they were totally canoodling there at the defense table, and I almost wish I hadn't said anything, because once I mentioned it on the air, she immediately sat like a foot away from him. But what could look worse in front of a jury than him sitting there talking and laughing with his female defense attorney in a trial like this? Alexis, were there some things you could say that you were disallowed to say at trial, you could not tell the jury, that you now can say?
Yeah, there were several things that weren't allowed in for various reasons, but a significant thing, the statement that my mother made to me, if anything happens to me, make sure it wasn't your father, that was not allowed in. And that was something that, as soon as I found out my mother was dead, I knew he killed her, partially because of that statement. So that definitely was something that wasn't allowed in.
Alexis, when your mom said that, what was your response?
I didn't believe her. I said, Mom, I feel bad now that I didn't take it as seriously at that time. But I tried to just downplay it and say, Mom, don't worry about that. That would never happen.
Were you convinced, Alexis, at the time preceding your mom's death, that your father was having an affair? Did you believe that at the time?
I was concerned because we'd uncovered this name and this woman, Gypsy Willis, and my mom had confided in me. But it wasn't until he said he found the perfect nanny, and then I said, Gypsy Jillian Willis, Mom was concerned you're having an affair with her and you're not to bring her into this home. And that was a big turning of the tides. He brought her in and made her the nanny, and that definitely led me to believe that they were having an affair.
Alexis, what do you make of the defense's argument that you and your sisters hated your father so much for, I guess, disinheriting you in the will, that you decided to frame him for murder?
No, I loved my father. I loved him for so many years, and I would protect him, and I would have died for him. I mean, he was someone that I loved, and it just doesn't make sense. I was never in this for any other reason but to get justice for my mother.
Alexis, during this battle, have you ever felt your mother's presence with you? Have you ever felt that she was trying to give you a message of some sort?
No, I felt her in the courtroom when the verdict was read. I mean, I felt a weight lifted. I felt a very significant amount of peace, and I know that she was proud, and I know that she was with us.